Hello. I realized that the biggest factor in everything I do represents calmness. It does not matter how physically capable I am, how smart or how prepared I am. If I'm not calm, my chances for success are dropping drastically. And the biggest successes and achievements I've been able to achieve in life are largely thanks to calmness. I can see that now. I've done some amazing things. And when I think about those moments, I remember that I was always in a deep state of calmness. You can see that in my previous video. Calmness was essential for that. Training and strength is only secondary. So calmness is essential for success. You may be able to achieve some successes by accident or with your talent or because you're prepared for it. But to be able to have success in everything, you need to be calm when doing everything. And that is why I think that calmness is a superpower. And the great news is that we all have access to this superpower. Now, first of all, you need to recognize that we need calmness for everything. We need to be calm to eat, to sleep, to observe, to listen, to communicate, and do many other day-to-day things. Now, some of the things I mentioned, you can do it without being calm, but you're then less effective. And for some, calmness is mandatory. That would be case for sleeping. It is almost impossible to fall asleep if you're not calm. When we are falling asleep, we are completely relaxing all our muscles. We are entering a different state of being meant for restoration of energy. Sleep has few different functions, but the primary one is restoration of energy. And we don't need to actually fall asleep to be able to restore energy. We just need to enter that mode of deep relaxation. I'm able to relax my muscles even more than when I'm asleep. And I do this sometimes when I'm extremely exhausted. I lay down on my back and completely relax and stay like that for an hour without falling asleep. I consciously relax all my muscles and focus on my body. First on my complete body and then on the parts with the most exhaustion, or if there's a pain or some other kind of problem. I use this not only to re-energize, but to heal my body as well. And I call this accelerating the natural regenerative process of the body. You see, calmness is also essential for the body's healing process. And this is probably the most important factor when recovering from sickness or injury. When you realize that, you can use it to your advantage. You can use it consciously whenever you can. So to be calm does not mean not to move or not to move a lot. Calmness is the quality of movement. Being calm means not making too many unnecessary movements. Those that you do it consciously and in control. And you try to not be tense and move graciously if you can. And you can perform any action calmly, even if it is intense or very demanding. In fact, for the most demanding actions, calmness is essential for its success. And performing any action calmly does not necessarily mean doing it slowly. It just means doing it without resisting, without disliking, without complaining. And the great thing about doing everything calmly is that then we are spending less energy and we have more energy throughout the day to do more things or be less tired. So what is denying us access to calmness? Negative emotions or feelings are the major disrupting factor. As minor as dislike, irritation, or nervousness, to all kinds of frustrations and anxieties, all the way to major ones of anger, hate, and fear. So all that negative emotions have in common is absence of calmness. Negative emotions are disturbances, and we are disturbed when we are resisting the reality. Resistance is opposite to calmness. And this resistance or disturbance may not be noticeable on the outside. We may appear calm on the outside, but inside we can feel all those disturbances, all those negative emotions. So how do we stay calm? How do we not give in to negative emotions? So what works for me is when I remind myself that negative emotions are useless. Just think about this. What use do you have from disliking something? What use is irritation to you, or nervousness, or anxiety, or anger, hate, fear? I don't see anything useful. I have experienced all those emotions, and everything I did under their influence was worse than while being calm. So the first step is to realize that. But you must not believe me what I'm saying. You have to think about it yourself and observe if it's true or not. So if you agree on this point, you have to think about why are those negative emotions appearing. They are appearing because things are not going the way you want them to. You want things that are out of your control to be the way you want them to. And that's not realistic. You are resisting reality with your unrealistic expectations. So as soon as you drop those expectations, you lose resistance and you lose negative emotions. This works for me, but it takes time to effectively and quickly remove your negative emotions. So whenever you feel that you have a negative emotion, stop and think, what is the unrealistic expectations that you have with which you are resisting reality? Try to identify it and then drop it and focus on things that are under your control. Focus on your actions, not the actions you want others to take. So all you need to have calmness, to find it and to keep it with you, is honesty toward yourself and acceptance of yourself and reality. The more honest and accepting of you are, you will find deeper sense of calmness. And that's one of the amazing things about calmness, is that there is always a deeper level of calmness. And the successes that comes with calmness are literally with everything, not just business, school, relationship, and other serious things. Success will come in health, in feeling better, in having more will to do things, in enjoying everything more, in thinking more clearly, in being able to observe more clearly, in finding better solutions, in discovering your creativity and potential, and finding many other treasures inside of yourself. So without acceptance and honesty and calmness, I would not be able to do this. 10 years ago, I couldn't do this. I couldn't talk then in front of an audience or with a stranger without being nervous. I had too many expectations. What do they think about me? What if they don't like me? What if they don't react how I want? what if I fail and embarrass myself. And now those thoughts are so funny to me. So what if I fail? We all fail. The important thing is what you do after failure. Do you learn from your mistakes or keep repeating them? So when I'm calm, I accept my mistakes, I learn from them, and I find better solutions to whatever I want to do. And when you're doing things like this, step by step, slowly, at your own pace, you move forward and you accomplish everything that comes in front of you. And then you can see even farther. You can see your own potential and you can find a way to fulfill any vision that you have. That's all. Thank you for listening. If you thought this video was interesting and useful, share it with someone. And remember, whenever you have a problem, whenever you are confused or unsure, or you are in distress or even in danger, remember that you have a superpower. You have calmness. Use it.